An opportunity I've had to review this bat because the first time the video corrupted, now I have to do it again. So this is the SF Black Edition, obviously pre-owned. So it's the first time I've ever had a chance to review an SF, so I was happy to have a look at it. So Black Edition comes in this wonderful case here, which is a coffin case, and it's got a fully moulded insert that you can see there. So that's the bat there. It's got 12 grains. It's been used for about, I don't know, 6-7 games. And when you consider that width there, and then you have a look at the profile shot, it's almost as wide as it is tall. So I've given it a little bit of a clean up. I've put some protective tape over the labels here because they were peeling, and just over down here. Yeah, tried to clean up this toe guard here that's slightly coming loose, and unbeknownst to me the bloody super glue leaked down the back here, so that's something I've got to fix up. I think it's just going to come off like that. Anyway, so SF, beautiful straight grains you can see running right through the back, through the front. This is what they call grade 1 players willow, or the willow that they'd give to their players. See a little bit of darkness down the inside edge for a right-hander, and obviously because it's been used before it had some oil on it. I've tried to take a little bit of that off. Because the labels are on, it's really hard to get a perfect finish, so I've just done a light sand over this, and I've applied something new that I've never had before. This is 3M helicopter scuff, or helicopter sheet. It actually comes in a 15 centimetre wide sheet, so I've trimmed it down, and it's really hard on the... This is the stuff they put on the edges of helicopter blades so that they don't chip, so it's very strong. Specs. Actually, before I talk about specs, I had to replace the grip. The original grip unfortunately was torn. That's the original grip there. So I've tried to sort of approximate what I had available as a colour match. The grip itself is a thinner style Indian grip, but it's not actually round at the bottom. It's a semi-oval to almost oval handle at the base, which is nice. Handle quality, I'll just test it. Yeah, beautiful strong handle. You can see there on the back you got cork inserts. This is a Orange Sports grip. I don't know if they do these anymore, but actually really nice grip. They're in Sydney. So yeah, these are textured, and there's a honeycomb effect here going down the back. You can see where it's sort of got caught, even though it's got the bag. Even I noticed putting this in the bag that it flicked it a little bit. So yeah, but yeah, that helicopter scuff is really nice. I've put an extra bit of tape over here. This one was torn a little bit to sort of keep it down and stop it from getting caught on things. So that's... yeah, this is paint protection film, they call it, this stuff, whereas this is the 3M helicopter sheet. Very nice. As far as specs, so let's move that aside. Start with the weight. It's 2.93, as you can see there. So 2.93. Okay, the edges for that weight. This edge here is 44, and this edge is 44 as well. Toe is 25, and it's 25 right at the end of the toe, so it's pretty flat straight through there. And shoulder comes out to 14 mil, and spine is hard to measure, but I measured it before, it was 66. So because of that profile, you would expect it not to pass through this, which it doesn't. But when I tested it, I was surprised when I looked at it and I thought, hang on, there's quite a gap there. So that's actually at the maximum width. So what SF are doing to save weight is they're actually narrowing the width of the bat. Remember, this is their premier bat, this is the black edition. I'm having good luck here, I keep hitting 0. So that's 104 width, which is basically harrow width. Or if we put that in inches, 4.16, where the maximum legal limit is 4.25. So you're losing about between, well, anywhere up to 3.5 millimeters in width there. And I don't think this is just this bat. I had a look at some other reviews online with black editions, and you can sort of tell by the long profile and the narrow look that I think they are actually deliberately making them narrower. Now, I said this to the owner, and he was surprised because he didn't even realise. He said, oh, what, you mean I've been using a middling bat all this time? That's his sense of humour, which he didn't realise. Basically, he'd been using it, didn't have an issue with the width of the bat, and quite frankly, if you're hitting the middle, you shouldn't really be worried too much about whether you're missing a millimetre here or there. But that's actually how it comes out of the factory, the SF Black Edition. So even if you bought a brand new one, you're going to encounter the same sort of thing. So take that wood off the edges and put it into the massive spine, the full profile, and quite thick toe. As far as pickup for 293, now with that scuff, I would say it picks up just under 2.9, feels 2.9. Pretty good considering all this mass here, but as far as the middle goes, starting here, remember that the spine starts there, so I wouldn't expect anything to actually happen till we get there. So we're in it. Just starting to peter out there, but I have a distinct feeling that it just needs a bit more knocking in up the top there. But as far as ping goes, it's pretty phenomenal actually. It's got a very, very potent middle, as you'll see when I bounce the ball on it in a second. So yeah, that's the SF Black Edition. He's actually got this for sale. Only because he just doesn't get along with it. It's nothing to do with the width that I showed you. It's actually a really nice bit of timber, as you'll see when I tap it up. So he can, when I post this, he can deal with people. If you put comments on the bottom of the video, you can deal with him. I'm just reviewing it. So, testing the bat with a ball. Got here the Kookaburra 2-piece, probably done 50-60 overs. Just off the toe there, off the middle. So it goes very well. Last one is the Dukes, and we got great danger here. Jeez. Yeah, with the Dukes it just goes mental. So yeah, that's the SF Black Edition you see here. And it's actually a very nice bat. There you go.